Rouse's is proud of the creativity and the unparalleled entertainment in New Orleans, and honored to highlight it with their sponsorship of Steppin Out on WYES.
I'm Peggy Scott Laborde, and welcome to Steppin Out, with updates from the local restaurant, arts, and entertainment scenes. Joining me, Poppy Tooker, host of Louisiana Eats on WWNO Radio. Hey, Miss Poppy.
Hello,
Hi
Peg.
there. Hi, good to see you. Hello. Michael McKelvey, it's been a long time, artistic director of Tulane Summer Lyric Theatre. Hey, Michael, it's great to see you.
How you doing, Peggy?
Just fine, and I know you will have some special guests, Jefferson Turner and Katie Howe, a little bit later to perform for us. Welcome all of you all. And then Doug MacCash. It's great to see him again. He covers the local arts and culture scenes for the Times-Picayune New Orleans Advocate, of course. Hey, love the blue tie, too, by the way. And Alan Smason of theatercriticism.com and the Crescent City Jewish News. Howdy, Alan.
Hey.
Hello. Poppy, some good news from Oak Street.
Yeah, new restaurant, second restaurant for my friends who own Margie's Grill that is a big favorite for lots of folks here in town. Well, everything they have done with pig, they have now taken it uptown, and they're doing it with seafood at Seafood Sally's. This is, of course, Chef Marcus Jacobs and his partner, Caitlin Carney. They're at 8400 Oak Street, which for us old-time New Orleanians, we'll remember that was Lee Barnes Cooking School. And seafood, you name it, they've got it. Oysters on the half shell. There's boiled shrimp. They've had boiled crawfish, but they're about to go. There's boiled spicy turkey necks. That's something you don't see in restaurants much. They're hush puppies with a special remoulade sauce that's a little bit more like a Creole mustard vinaigrette for dipping. Is delicious. It comes with a bunch of stuff. Oh my goodness, just last night I enjoyed their crawfish tails in a Louis Lip style buttery barbecue sauce. Now here are the crab claws served with that sauce, just like barbecued shrimp, but so yummy. And of course they've got lots of fried seafood like des almond wild catfish, P&J oysters. The boiled seafood, you can get it regular or tossed with a special chili butter sauce. They've got sandwiches like this oyster sandwich, or they also have hot sausage patties and hot fried chicken. If you're not a seafood lover, they're open Tuesday through Thursday from 4 till 10 and Friday and Sunday 11 until 10 p.m. There's a full bar. There's great outdoor seating on that big, wide wraparound gallery porch that Lee had there on Oak Street. And it's the hot new place to go. Hard to find a parking spot, I can tell you that.
All right, thank you so much. And Michael, it is so nice to see you with a Tulane Summer Lyric. I know you didn't have a season last year, and you've already started your season with Songs for a New World and at the Mint at the New Orleans Jazz Museum, but you're back at Dixon Hall for something very special.
Yeah, thanks so much, Peggy. We're really excited. As you said, we were at the New Orleans Jazz Museum for Songs for a New World, which we did for 2 weekends, and glowing reviews. And now, this week, we're going to return back to Dixon Hall finally. It seemed like it's been forever. And we're bringing Rodgers and Hammerstein in. So we're doing a grand night for singing, which is a Broadway review realized by... sorry, I'm blanking a little bit. But it's this fabulous evening of R&H's best material, and even a lot of the lesser-known works with fantastic arrangements.
Yes, Diane Lala is involved, I know, and Katie Howe, and of course Jefferson will visit with shortly. But it's one of those sort of like a concert, more of a concert performance, and famous songs from the Rodgers and Hammerstein canon, or?
Yeah, you could call it a cabaret or a concert in a way, but it's fully staged. Diane's done a fantastic job. The singers are incredible, including Rachel Looney and Chase Kamada, Kevin
yes.
Murphy, Eric Shawn, and John Michael Haas round out the cast. So it's not just what we would call a park and bark evening.
No.
It's fully staged. It is a full musical, but a musical review.
Well, I just have to mention I'm so especially excited about Chase Kamada because for folks who may not realize, her grandmother was Leah Chase, and her mom is known as Leah Chase, the singer. So the gene pool is incredible in that family. But Chase has a great voice, and I remember from her Nord days. So she really, even though I think of her as a little kid, she is all grown up. But what a great cast. Now, I know you've had some challenges being back in Dixon Hall. Tell us about that.
Yeah, we've been working with Actors Equity Association this whole season to make everything COVID safe and working with their fairly stringent safety protocols, but we're ready to go. The cast has been fantastic. The hall is very safe. So we've had to adjust seating around to go by New Orleans COVID standards, but we will be able to seat 400 people per performance.
Once again, gee whiz. So you can call to make, you can't order the tickets online, but you can call and make your reservations for the tickets.
Yeah,
is that right?
We encourage you to call or email us, and we will make sure you get a seat to these fantastic performances. We have 4 shows in total. I think there are 3 up there. We also have a Friday night show as well.
Okay.
And and all of our shows are starting at 7:30, except our Sunday matinee, which starts at 2. But that's a change for Summer Lyric that we tried to institute last season.
All right. Well, thank you and welcome back. And in just a little while, we're going to hear from Katie Howe and Jefferson Turner with the song from the show. Thank you, Michael. Back over at Doug. It's great to see ya. And you've been busy, kiddo. And there's something really exciting coming up this Sunday, huh?
Well, the Queen of Bourbon Street is back. Chris Owens is a phenomenon. Chris Owens began entertaining on Bourbon Street in 1956, which coincidentally is the year I was born. And she's seen it all. She's seen the ups and downs of the street. She's seen a police strike, Hurricane Katrina, among others, and most recently, the coronavirus shutdown. She's always come back, and once again, on Father's Day, she'll return to the stage for a few songs, backed up by the Rat Pack, Jennifer Flowers, and Louis Prima Jr. Owens is a Texas transplant to New Orleans. Back in the 50s, she was inspired by the Tropicana Club in pre-Castro Havana, Cuba, where she learned the cha-cha, rumba, and salsa. She and husband Saul opened the French Quarter nightclub, as I said, in 1956. I asked Chris's spokesperson, does she ever discuss retirement? And I was told, nope, she's not ready to hang up her dancing shoes.
I am so glad to hear that. And she's a very gracious lady. I mean, she's done so much and good causes. And yeah, it was kind of sad. There was sort of a mini Easter parade, if you will, this last time around, but we missed the bigger one too. So there's all the information on, and I understand Jennifer Flowers has been added to the roster too.
Yes, since the poster.
So
yes,
that's
indeed.
going to be a lot. All right, Doug, we'll be back to you in just a bit, but back over to Alan. Alan.
Well, Peggy, Le Petit Theater has been pretty quiet these last several months, but not anymore. They had their season announcement that came out from Don Scott Cooper yesterday, and it is a season to be held. Look at this. Dear Mr. Williams is going to knock things off. Christina Pellegrino, Maxwell Williams' wife, of course, helped develop this a little bit with Brian Batt. There's Brian. That's the very first time he presented the show, a one-man vehicle in which he portrays himself and a very flamboyant Tennessee Williams. In Dear Mr. Williams, Brian actually connects spiritually to the famous playwright while talking about his own life's journey. You won't want to miss this endearing piece of theater. That starts everything up. Next up is Choir Boy. That's by Terrell McRaney. It depicts really an exclusive black prep school, the story of one student who's determined to make the heralded gospel choir. And this particular piece won a special Tony Award for the arrangements back in 2019. It's written, if you remember that name, McRaney won that Oscar winner for Moonlight. So again, a great piece there as well. And then in 2016, Loyola University presented a piece that's going to be brought back to the Le Petit stage, and that is a piece about free women of color based on Federico Garcia Lorca's The House of Bernarda Alba. It's called The House That Will Not Stand, and it's written by Marcus Gardley. These are pictures that I got permission to use from the Loyola production. It'll give you a little taste of old New Orleans from 1826, 1836, that era when they used to have a system involved called placage. Basically, these were women who were kept, women of color who were free, but they were kept by other white men. A very interesting story, and this production will be one that people will want to see and talk about. I didn't see anything listed around the time of the end of March, Peggy, for the Tennessee Literary Festival as far as them doing something at Le Petit. We hope that, of course, they can work something out there. I'd love to be able to see something presented on the stage at Le Petit. But in any event, around that time, they're going to be presenting Tribes by Nina Rain, which will be outstanding play from 2012, Drama Desk winner. You'll see that about a deaf boy who is born into a hearing family and then is confronted with a woman also losing her hearing. And finally, Don Scott was able to bring one of my favorites. I got to see this at the Geary Theater back in San Francisco in 2017. This was, again, a beautiful piece done with Mary Bridget Davies. I don't know who's going to be doing it, but A Night with Janis Joplin. It's for adults, not for the kiddies, but I have to tell you, it was an amazing production. The next best thing to seeing Janis Joplin. Tickets, by the way, go on sale next week for the season subscribers, so check that out. And Peggy, I did get to see, for your virtual pleasure, the George Street Playhouse, who are hosting their final production of the year. This is going to be the piece that you all may remember that was done here not long ago by the NOLA Project. It's only a play. Terrence McNally's last piece that he did, and there's so many great people who are in this. You'll recognize, of course, Julie Halston and Andy Grotelshun, who, of course, was in Tootsie together. McNally's biting dialogue is really a little bit stereotypical, but he does have a great time, some funny moments in this. There's so many people in here, the new lady producer, the drug-addled actress, the crazy British director, the scheming critic, who's, of course, dealing with the overwrought playwright. It is a disastrous opening night like you've never seen. It's only a play. The cost is $33. You can get it all at George Street Playhouse. It was shot, by the way, on stage at the New Brunswick Theater under all of those COVID precautions. So it's safe to see, and you'll love it, I think.
All right. Thank you so much, Alan. And Poppy, we're heading back uptown.
Well, we're staying in that coastal theme, and we're going from the Gulf Coast to the coast of Spain, which is what the food is like at Costera on Britannia Street. And, you know, next week is Restaurant Week. That kicks off on Monday. But there's a special at Costera that is such a great deal, and they have it all the time. For just $55, you get a tasting menu that is the chef's choice, and it is so much food, so much delicious food. Of course, you start with citrus and vermouth marinated olives. There's the jamon iberico with almonds and beef shank and potato bombas. We had, that is a charred romaine with roasted veggies and a buttermilk salad dressing. And then here comes the seafood. Oh gosh, that seared yellowfin tuna was beautiful. One of my favorite thing in the world that is very Spanish in origin, those white anchovies, the scallops a la plancha with saffron fideos, and sides, great vegetable sides of roasted broccoli. Even if you don't get the Feed Me menu, get those mixed roasted mushrooms with croutons and a warm egg yolk, and save room for dessert. And they're there at Costera Wednesday through Sunday, serving dinner from 4 until 9 p.m. That $55 deal is a deal, so don't miss it.
Thank you so much, Poppy. And now we're absolutely thrilled because we hear a grand night for singing. We'll have an excerpt from it with Katie Howe and Jefferson Turner on the keyboard. Wonderful Guy. Take it away.
I expect every one of my crowd to make fun of my proud protestations of faith in romance. And they'll say I'm naive as a babe to believe any fable I hear from a person in pants. Fearlessly, I'll face them and argue their doubts away. Loudly, I'll sing about flowers and spring. Flatly, I'll stand on my little flat feet and say, love is a grand and a beautiful thing. I'm not ashamed to reveal the world-famous feeling I feel. I'm as corny as Kansas in August. I'm as normal as blueberry pie. No more a smart little girl with no heart. I have found me a wonderful guy. I am in a conventional dither with a conventional star in my eye. And you will note there's a lump in my throat when I speak of that wonderful guy. I'm as trite and as gay as a daisy in May, a cliche coming true. I'm romantic and bright as the moon-happy night, pouring light on the dew. I'm as corny as Kansas in August, high as a flag on the 4th of July. If you'll excuse an expression I use, I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love with a wonderful guy.
Whoa, thank you all. And once again, Dixon Hall, and of course that was from South Pacific. I am so excited. I can't wait to see the show. Thank you, Katie and Jefferson. And now back over to Doug. Doug.
Well, we're going to go back to the Tulane University campus for a while at the Newcomb Art Museum. There's a wonderful, sort of troubling show by Mexican-born artist Laura Anderson Barbada. Barbada's an activist, a protester, but she doesn't use a megaphone. She expresses herself with costuming. Things she's done in the past, she protested Wall Street excess with stilt walkers in giant suits sharing the wealth by passing out chocolate coins. She protested police oppression by dressing stilt walkers in blue, ominous costumes that symbolize the police, blending authority with traditional Mexican themes. But the most haunting part of the show is devoted to someone named Julia Pastrana. So Pastrana was born in Mexico in 1834 and was born with a genetic condition that caused thick hair to grow from her face. She was cruelly exhibited as the Bear Woman. Barbada discovered, the artist discovered, that Pastrana's body was still kept in a museum in Norway. Her preserved remains. So the artist arranged, did a letter writing campaign, arranged to have the remains returned to Mexico for a dignified burial. Her touching tribute to Pastrana is a costume that covers the entire body with strands of fabric that don't allow us to see the human inside.
Very touching, very touching. Wow.
A wonderful show. Give yourself
yeah.
some time when you go there to absorb it.
Thank you so much, Doug. And back over to Alan.
Well, you know, because of last season's pandemic, the entire season for the New Orleans Shakespeare Festival was canceled, but they are back for one single show, and that's going to be, love this, this is a great poster, The Comedy of Errors. Look at that. Tickets are now on sale. The seats will be open to everyone at that Lupin Theater, the Black Box. You won't have to wear a mask, provided you've been vaccinated, but it is strictly on the honor system. They're hoping that people who have not been vaccinated will wear masks. So check that out. Again, The Comedy of Errors. You can find out more by calling the box office. Now, No Dream Deferred is holding auditions for 3 adult roles on not this Sunday, but the next Sunday. This is for a piece called Trouble in Mind. That's the play written by pioneering black female playwright Alice Childress. If you've never seen this, and I have not, I want to see this very badly. They're going to have the auditions at 2541 Bayou Road. That address may sound familiar, Peggy. That is the former site of Southern Rep and what I'm going to call now the Bayou Road Theater, because, you know, it's no longer connected with Southern Rep. And I understand a number of different companies are going to be using it. So let's begin to call it the Bayou Road Theater. This audition, again, is going to be on that Sunday on the 27th. But there's also going to be a joint production, again, with Tulane University's Department of Theater and Dance. And it's the first time that Tulane has done such a partnership with an outside concern. So hopefully the Bayou Road Theater will be the new home of No Dream Deferred and other companies moving forward. And also, congratulations to Junebug Productions, who yesterday was awarded a huge grant from Mackenzie Scott. If you don't recognize that name, she's the former wife of Jeff Bezos, who has dispersed over $2 billion yesterday to over 286 different nonprofit organizations across the country. Junebug Productions was the only local entity so awarded. She's got more money than I think Jeff Bezos has companies. But you'll see, again, some great things coming out of Junebug now, because they're going to have a large amount of money that's going to be from the largesse of Mackenzie Scott. And by the way, Peggy, coming up, the last show for the summer until the fall, Seth Rudetsky's concert series this week will feature Jen Colella, who was so wonderful in Chaplin, and of course the American Airlines pilot in Come From Away. Seth will be off to Provincetown at the Art House and will return in the fall after he's done with all of that. Check that out, $25 for the tickets and $50 for the VIPers. And, you know, hopefully you'll have a good time, but you'll have to wait through July and August until Seth comes back.
I am so glad that Seth decided, being a regular Seth fan on Sunday nights, that he decided to continue the series, too. It's been wonderful on Sundays, and everybody in the world can see it, can't they?
Absolutely.
So thank you so much. And time for Picks of the Week. Poppy.
As I mentioned before, Monday kicks off Restaurant Week. Now, you're not crazy if you didn't know about this. Used to be in September, but there's over 70 participating restaurants. That's 2-course lunches for $25 or less, 3-course brunch or dinner at $45 or less. Just go to restaurantweekneworleans.com.
And I'm also looking forward to Sazerac Week, too. That's going to be next week. I know you're going to talk more about it, but lots of weeks.
Lots of weeks next
lots
week.
Lots of weeks, strong weeks. All right. Michael, what can we look forward to after Grand Night for singing?
Well, right now we have Songs for New World streaming.
Oh.
So check out our website.
That was the
But
first
coming
show,
up
yeah.
next is Jesus Christ Superstar, the 50th anniversary.
Wow, congratulations. 50th anniversary. Oh, my goodness. Where did the time go, right? Okay.
Tell you what.
Thank you. And it's great to see you. Doug.
There are a lot of great shows at the Ogden right now, but the one I don't want you to miss is on the 4th floor. Go find a show called Nail Salon. It's a brilliant take on Vietnamese American identity by an artist named Christian Din.
Yeah, I think we have some pictures from that. Yeah, there you go. Look at the color. That's a unique color. Very good. So you said that's on the 4th floor.
It's on the
of
4th floor. You'll have to look.
okay.
It's a very small show, but
Okay.
worth finding. Worth finding.
And I understand because of Juneteenth at the Ogden Museum that admission tomorrow is free. So just
Oh, is
FYI.
that right?
Yeah.
Perfect timing.
All right,
Perfect
Alan.
timing.
Joyce Pulitzer and Sean Patterson wrote a play called Freedom. It's a piece about a Holocaust survivor meeting an Irish immigrant who come together prior to their naturalization ceremony. Lorraine LeBlanc has played the female role in every previous production. She's there on the left, and that's, of course, Curtis Billings. Previously, it was with John Neisler. This time out, Sean Patterson will direct and fix the ending, which hopefully will, as the playwright, he'll be able to do. But that'll be at the National World War II Museum starting up on July the 9th. And I think they have a brand new actor, Tom Boltz, I believe is the name. He's going to be doing the role of the Irish immigrant.
Go ahead. I was just going to say the BB Stage Door Canteen is such a wonderful facility. I'm so glad it's back.
Right,
don't you?
and I will see you, by the way, Peggy, where? At the theater.
At the theater. Oh, sorry. Thank you, Alan. Yes, absolutely. Now, my picks. The New Orleans Museum of Art, along with the Best Off Sculpture Garden, will both be offering free admission in honor of Juneteenth this Saturday. Events are planned throughout the day. Go to noma.org, pending the weather, of course, but should be okay. Juneteenth commemorates, of course, freedom from slavery in the United States. So very important. And don't miss our special Deacon John Great Performances. It's a Zoom fundraiser for WYES. That's Tuesday night. Rare performance footage with Deacon John, Alan Toussaint, and John, of course, Dr. John, too. For ticket info, which can include 3 bottles of wine, go to WYES.org/events for details. I'll be interviewing Deacon John, who has great stories about the New Orleans R&B scene. And then Wednesday night at 7 o'clock, there'll be the St. John's Eve Voodoo celebration honoring Marie Laveau near the Magnolia Bridge on Bayou St. John across from the Cabrini High School building. Priestess Sally Ann Glassman will lead her group in dance and prayer. Also on Wednesday at Rock and Bowl, check out the band Dag Nasterbus featuring Cyril Neville and Tree Adams, among many. And Tree Adams, by the way, has written the music for NCIS New Orleans, all 7 seasons. So go to rockandbowl.com for tickets. Thank you all for watching, and we are hearing Jefferson Turner. Thank you, Jefferson Turner. Thank you all very much for watching. Good night. Good night.
Rouse's is proud of the creativity and the unparalleled entertainment in New Orleans and honored to highlight it with their sponsorship of Steppin Out on WYES.